Thank goodness for President Trump. The globalists are almost no more. The deep state is almost no more, man. This is it. We can finally breathe easy. Or can we? This is good for thought. Yes.
Good for thought.
What up, everybody? This is yours truly, the one, the only. Nah, psych. Let me stop. Showing off my ego, right? My ego. All the shout outs and everything at the end of the video. As always, I do apologize. I'm not showing my face lately on the Good for Thought, but I think it's better. I'll give you guys some visuals and everything. But yeah, all the shout outs at the end of the video. So what are we talking about, right? Like, there have been so many changes that have happened through, I don't know, what is it, 40 days of the Trump administration, and all of a sudden people like us, we're shocked, right? We're like, what? Everything that I've been saying and blocked and shadow banned for the last 3 years, now it's all coming out. People are actually talking about, people are openly talking about globalists and the deep state, and yes, finally justice has come. Justice is about to be served, and people, truth seekers like us, we can finally not look crazy, and sometimes we can even tell other people, I told you so, that all of this was going on. And I've been like really breaking my brain. I've been thinking so hard, like, what is really going on, man? Is this really that day? Is it that day, man, that a Messiah came? A political Messiah, man, right? Mashup, bro. And all of a sudden we're starting to value on a general global scale. We're about to start valuing, conservative things and family again, and all this transgenderism that's been just going crazy. All of that is about to stop, and schools are about to be normal, and the war is about to be over. Really, globalists have really surrendered, or they're in the process of surrendering power. And my wife and I we're walking around. Shout out to Romaniya, poet, the beautiful. We're walking around, and thank God I have this super amazing wife, super intellectual and wise woman that I could talk to her about these things, man. And I'm asking her, I'm like, what do you think? And she's like, man, something's fishy here. Something's going on. And then one of these nights, I was sitting there, and finally the puzzle came together. The pieces started to fall in place. And it reminds me of one saying, right? We always talk about kill the ego. Well, I always say that when you kill the ego, a more clever ego is born, man. A way more advanced ego is born, man. Way more calculated ego takes shape, man. And that is exactly what we have going on now. Now, all of you know that I am the biggest optimist in the world, right? Sometimes some of you even get angry at me for that, man. But here I am saying, I am being optimistic again. I am saying that everything that I've been saying, I truly know, right? That we're truly headed in better times. And with everything that's going on, that's exactly what's going on. We are headed towards better times, and that's why the enemy is going crazy. So going back to that whole ego analogy, when a deep state dies, or when a deep state is killed, or when this globalist thing is killed, guess what? A much more slicker deep state is born. Baby, oh baby, we have been so shadow banned. We have been so blocked. YouTube, YouTube actually even admitted it to me, man. So with even with me saying this, it's so out of the box. It's so out there, man. And this is what I'm about to say. And I think the code has been cracked. So when our common enemy, right, they gave us all these cool names, right, to call them by, like the Illuminati or Freemasons or the globalists or deep state, right? They had to point fingers somewhere. They had to direct us somewhere. The cabal. I remember I would call them Kabbalists, right? The people that actually practice the mystic book, the Kabbalah, right? I have opened it before when I was a teenager, some crazy stuff. So they gave us all these cool names, right, to divert our attention. And why am I saying that once the deep state sort of like dies, a much more slicker deep state is born? Because the world has been changing, and our economy, a common enemy, has been noticing that a huge shift consciously is happening, right? There are on a mass scale, people are truly waking up and learning and finding out information. Guess what they did? They said, look, man, we cannot play that game anymore, man. We gotta kind of tell them that, look, we have one of your own. Shit is about to change. We're gonna give you someone that values what you value, that's gonna fight for you, man. And that's what they did. And the evidence for that, because you might ask for evidence, the evidence for that are, look at the surroundings of the current administration, man. If you look at the inauguration, who was there, man? Mr. Zuckerberg was there, man. Elon Musk, we're going to talk about him right now. Tucker Carlson. So first goes to Tucker Carlson, right? Tucker Carlson, for the past few years, ever since he was supposedly fired from Fox, all of a sudden he's our buddy now, right? He's really uncovering the truth. Yeah, I know a lot of you are gonna tell me he was always on edge, like, on Fox, saying some crazy stuff. But no, this was different. This guy was really like almost on our side, man. Almost really saying the things that we have been saying. And the point that I'm trying to make is, this guy, we talked about it already, man. Dr. Shiva talked about it already, man. This guy has been in the media for over 3 decades. His father was like connected to the CIA, into like all their. So he has been around this whole time, and all of these atrocities, all of this dirt, all of this USAID and all of this stuff has been happening for years. It's not like it's just started happening in the last 3-4 years with this whole Ukraine. No. So you are trying to tell me that he didn't know about all of this stuff all these years, right? He didn't know. Elon Musk. Let's leave Tucker alone for a little bit. Let's focus on supposedly the bigger player here, right? Elon Musk, all of a sudden, like when the whole Ukraine thing starts, what? He doesn't know. He doesn't know nothing. He doesn't know nothing about Russia or Ukraine or Zelensky or nothing. So he starts sending, Starlink to help out the Ukrainian army and everything like that. And then he starts supporting Trump. And then all of a sudden, Trump wins and he's right next to Trump and he's throwing Hi Hitler, whatever he's throwing and shit, right? So my question is the same as it was to Tucker Carlson. Y'all are really trying to make us Nazarenes believe that for all of these years, and man, I'm about to get shadow banned for this stuff, man, but we're used to it. So for all these years, Mr. Musk didn't know about none of this stuff. Now it's all this dodgy stuff and all of these, corruption schemes, and they're uncovering everything, and oh my god, America's shocked, the whole world's shocked. All the conservative people, Christians, are like, yes man, yes, we're finally, man, everything, like, man, it's happening, bro. And again, I ask all of y'all really want us to believe? Come on, Nazarenes, come together. Let's think about this. They want us to believe that for all these years, poor guy didn't know none of this stuff. He got like what? I don't know, 400 billion or something, bro, but he didn't know about none of this stuff. He's supposedly like this super genius, bro. He didn't know about none of this stuff. He had no friends that were, knew about corruption schemes and all of these, like, all of this crazy. Like, he didn't know nothing, right? That's what they want us to believe, bro. That's basically what they want us to believe. Now they're the good guys. Now they're like, yes, think about how slick this whole play is. Think about how slick this whole campaign was coming up to the elections, bro. Like, almost getting assassinated, and it goes like, almost hit your ear, but it doesn't really. Thank God, right? Then all these drones are coming out. By the way, some drones are still flying around. The drone situation was crazy. We're talking about like 50 unidentified drones in the sky. And it's funny, people can say like, yeah, this was the Biden administration trying to like punk Trump. Punk Trump before Trump goes into office and all of that, man. But I am saying that it looks much deeper than that. It looks much, much deeper than that. It looks like now, when with people like Alex Jones and stuff, and looks like now they have played the cards so slick that even us true seekers, we almost fell for it, man. And they had to play these cards because look, right now there's even more commotion. Right now there are talks of maybe a false nuclear event. There are all these groups dividing, the Ukrainian protesters everywhere, and we don't know what's going on. And we should be damn thankful for this peacemaker, man. Peacemaker, bro, right? And they want us to believe that it's all up to the presidential administration. Then that if one presidential administration comes and the other one leaves, the one that is there now takes full control. They control everything, man, the whole country, right? And there are no sponsors. And Mark Zuckerberg wasn't at the inauguration, right? Like Mark Zuckerberg, bro. Oh man, there were even stories and videos of like this crazy red moon on the inauguration night. I think I'll plug it in there. I'll try to plug it in. And a blood red moon like that happens only during rituals, my Nazarenes. Only during some crazy ritualistic stuff going on. But I'm sitting there and thinking, and if we question, is it a world order, right? Is it a world order? I always go back to 2020 and I ask all of yourself, look, when they decided to shut down the whole world, right? It wasn't like any of these superpower countries were like, nah, we're sovereign. We ain't doing that, bro. No. They shut down the whole world, bro. From the biggest superpowers to the littlest countries in Africa. The only country that kind of like, went the other way was like Belarus. Of course they did that because no one really cares about Belarus, man. You see, they played their cards so slick, man. And even though I wished so much that let's say a Putin in Russia or a Trump in America But it's not that easy, my friends. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. The fight goes on. We are still in the rain. It's like round 10 right now. It's round 10. It's championship rounds, baby. We're almost home. But y'all know the championship rounds are the toughest. The toughest. That's when you have to score the most, and that's when your opponent is getting tired. When he's tired, he could be most dangerous. So all of these things fell in my head, man. There are all of these signs that it is a world order, man. You know, because you think it's a coincidence that everything we have going on over here in America is like simultaneously kind of parallel happening in Romania, and it's like, you know, they also got like this guy that's standing up to the whole like thing. Come on, man. But why did I say that this is actually a good sign? It's an amazing sign. It is truly, truly, truly showing us that we are moving into a new world, right? A completely new world, our world, a world where we can raise our children, love our neighbors, where we can respect and live one with nature instead of a, you know, transhuman world, anti-human world, when we are half robots, man. And that's where they want to take us. So the fight the fight goes on, ladies and gentlemen. And even if you think about Elon Musk, he's always trying to take us into Mars. Now, we all know, I might not believe that the world is flat, but I know we're not leaving this matrix, man, this Earth matrix. All of us that know what we know that them rockets are not flying out of space, bro. They're not. They're not. They're doing a loop and falling somewhere. So that should be another sign to you, right? Another sign. If you want evidence, those are the evidence, man. And these people love money too much. They love power too much. They love resources too much. And again, I talked about this before. A lot of it doesn't even have to do about money or resources. These people are just, they got bored with us, man, but they're slick. They thought they had the upper hand, right? And now they're playing a super slick card. It's one of the slickest cards I have seen in my life, where people that are real truth seekers are even falling for it, man. So this is the card. This is their last card. They're scrambling, man. And they thought they were slick, but we are slicker. You know, we have conscience, we have souls. That's why we are more slicker. That's why they always hated us, man. Because we have the ability to reincarnate and they don't. We have the ability to make a free choice and they don't. We have the ability to love and they don't, baby. We have a conscience that speaks to us, baby. You know, that voice of God, and they don't got it. That's why they hate us. They hated us for centuries. They've been wanting to get rid of us forever, baby. Guess what? We are still here. And they always want to tell us, oh, it's Anglo-Saxons against the Slavs, or it's the white against the black. It's the Muslim against the Christian. It's the Jewish against the everyone. Yo, man. The truth is, it's us against them. That's the truth. We're not falling for these groups no more. We're not falling for these go outside and protest. We're not falling for take this AK-47 and go kill your brother. Like, we're not falling for that no more, baby. We are still here. Oh, man. And they're gonna block this so much. We've been blocked so much. I'm working with a lawyer right now to unblock us. You know, it was so funny. I was talking to YouTube, right? And the lady, I think it was a lady, had a lady name. She's like, well, you only have like 3,000 people that have notifications on out of your subscribers. And I'm like, 3,000? I'm like, we're lucky if we get 100 views. And that's where she messed up. That's when she's like, oh, well, she started making all types of excuses. And I was like, man, doesn't make any sense, right? Over 8,000 subscribers. Like, we're always, trending topics. We're using tags. We're doing everything, man. Like, I do this professionally, so I'm doing everything. Oh, and they also demonetized us for reused content. Now, all my Nazarenes, you know that we got original podcasts. We even have original music, and yet reused content? Really? A few thousand people got the notification bell on, and we're getting we're struggling to get 100 views? Really? Same thing they're doing with like Jim Dillinger, like people that are really talking that ish, you know what I mean? Like us. Yeah, come on, man. They're shadow banning, and it's because it's like it's liberal owned. It's like all these, they really, man, if you're really onto something, really onto something, and you have the baggage, the information behind you, man, they're gonna block you. They're gonna shadow ban you, man. And we see it. We see it clearly. They doing it with us. People write me sometimes, yo, the comments disappeared, views disappeared. It was different views in the morning, different views in the evening. But listen, man, my Nazarenes, we are here. We're still fighting. We're gonna come out on top as the championship rounds, baby. We got this. Huge shout out to Romaniya Poet. Huge shout out to Jim Dillinger, my boy. My boy, I want you back on the podcast, my boy. David Boronyuk, I want you back on the podcast, my brother. My boy Alan, fresh to the family. Melody, hi, Melody. We love you, Melody. You are our favorite sister here on the NazareN. Shout out to Jana, always checking in. Also, please, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, support the movement, please. We have books out. Romaniya Poet got 2 books, A Journey Inside and Goddess Journey. Phenomenal books. Go get it. They got cool artwork. Go get it. Support us. In the Time of Raw album is out. Go get it, man. Support us. Support the movement, man. Because we're doing this for you guys. We're doing it for y'all. We're here. We're not scared to talk. We're not scared to say outlandish, crazy stuff that we really know that's going. We know we're going to get shadow banned. I know I'm going to get blocked, but I'm doing it. I'm fighting. We are doing it. We are fighting. I love all of y'all. Shout out to my boy Spencer Reese. Go check out that Soul of Eight podcast, and you know what we say. Oh, no.